Assalamu alaikum and welcome to my channel, and a huge welcome back if you're one of my 500 subscribers. For me, it's my first YouTube milestone and I just want to say thank you if you've subscribed already. This video is a review on the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions eyeshadow palette. This is my first time ever trying out her eyeshadows. I know she's got two big palettes that she's already come out with, but neither of them really stood out to me. I did like the look of her textured shadows, but they were about £50 a piece, and because I always go on about this, but because I have my own Makeup Geek and ABH eyeshadow collection, I mean this is one of the palettes with them in, I didn't feel like I could justify it 50 quid on one palette. So that's why I'm actually really picky when it comes to picking up eyeshadow palettes. They have to be really different or something that I know that I'm going to use a lot for me to actually want to spend money on them. This palette in particular definitely spoke to me. She's come out with 4 of these and they're £25 each. And if you look at it, it's tiny. It actually fits in the palm of my hand, it's that titchy. But the pan sizes are pretty decent, so don't be fooled into thinking that she's hardly giving you any product. It's quite a decent amount. So when you open it up, you get a mirror here, which I absolutely love, and then you have your 9 shades there. And I have to say, I actually really like the size of this. It is really small, but it means it's so perfect for travelling. I picked up the Warm Browns palette over the other 3 because I knew I'd reach for this the most. There is one that's really colourful, and I kind of already have those colours now in my Certified palette. There's also a smoky-eyed one, and then there's a mauvey one, and I have enough purples in my single shadow collection, and I don't actually tend to wear like silvers, sort of darker, deeper colours like that enough to justify the other one. But this is a palette that I knew I'd end up getting a lot of use out of. You get 10 grams of product in here, which means that each pan contains 1.1 gram of product. And if we compare that to a regular single shadow, this one is from Makeup Geek. This has 1.8 grams of product. So you're getting less than a single shadow's amount, but one Makeup Geek shadow is around £4.90, and this whole palette is £25, which means each shadow is costing you £2.77. So it's pretty good value for money in my eyes. I also think that the formula of these is brilliant. I've never tried her shadows before, like I said, and I wasn't sure what to expect because the previous palettes reviews have been pretty mixed. Some people have loved them, some people have thought they were just a total rip-off. I actually do really like them. I find that the mattes are pretty consistent overall and they blend really well, and usually I only have to dip my brush in once to get the colour payoff that I want, but it's really easy to build these up as well, and there's not too much fallout despite them being really creamy. I was pleasantly surprised with how well these shadows blended out, and I really like the tones as well. When I first saw it I thought, oh, it's a pretty orangey reddy palette. I mean, this red shade looks like it's going to be really deep and it's more brighter than it appears in the pan, but I do still think that you can build depth with it by mixing in some of the dark brown or even this really lovely brown here. I don't actually tend to wear black shadows that often, but I know that some people were saying they would have liked her to have included a black shadow in here, but I really think that I could personally build up depth with this deep colour. I like the peachy addition there too, and I adore this gold shadow here. This is one of her textured sort of formulas, and it's beautiful. It works really well with a brush and it also works really well with fingers, and it just provides really nice colour payoff. By the way, the lashes that I'm wearing, I'll link them below. They are super cheap. I think I got them from either eBay or AliExpress. I'll leave the link below. They're very cheap, very inexpensive, and they're probably my new favourites. I'm finding that a lot of the eyelashes that I owned are just too big for my eyes and my face, and they just make my whole makeup look a little bit ridiculous. But these are a little bit more wearable, but still quite dramatic as well, and very wispy. So yeah, overall I think it's really good value for money. I mean, you're paying £2.77 per eyeshadow here. You get a mirror in the palette, so when you're travelling, that's just perfect. I always like my eyeshadow palettes to have a mirror in them, and the packaging is not obviously very expensive or very luxurious, but for £25 being cardboard and portable and sturdy enough, I think it's absolutely fine. Would I pick up her big palettes now because of this? Again, no, because I still find it quite hard to justify like 50 odd quid on an eyeshadow palette when I know that I have a lot of the shades already. If you'd like to see swatches of this palette, make sure you check out my blog. I will link the post below. I really do enjoy this and I'm glad I picked it up. Even for like every day, I tend to reach for this really lovely creamy shade, which I don't have enough of in my collection, and it's so pigmented, and I sweep this all over my eyelids and then I put this brown shade here into the crease, and that's all I need, and it lasts all day for me. So I'm a happy bunny, and I definitely think that her products are very high quality. I haven't tried any of her eyelashes out, and I do have one of her like mini liquid lip kits, and I really enjoy that, so I think she's doing really well. As for her foundation, I'm not going to be picking it up anytime soon, only because I know it's really full coverage, and personally I'm not looking for a new full coverage foundation at the moment. I definitely prefer more of a medium coverage, and I've just repurchased my Sheer Glow from NARS, which is like my favourite. I'm not going to be picking up her foundation, but there's lots of amazing reviews out there if you're interested in that. I hope you found this review helpful, and I hope it wasn't too rambly. Let me know if you picked any of these up and if you would recommend the other 3. Thanks for watching. Bye!